Live from New York, Great Britain. This is Hangout Conversations with Matt Rappaport. This is a guitar pick. Sounds of a theme song. That was my guest, Matty James. Awesome. Thank you, Matty. This is Hangout Conversations. Welcome to another edition. We are live on Google+. We are live on YouTube as well. Thank you for joining me. This is a Friday edition. Usually we do a show on Thursday, TGIF. So a Friday Hangout Conversations had to bump it to the special day. I guess I don't have to compete with TV and Fringe or Team Coco, no Conan O'Brien on Friday, I don't think. So here we are. It's June 1st. 1 year Google Plus anniversary is coming up. A lot of ideas going around. I don't know if you have your own ideas about what you'd like to see, about what you'd like to do out there. I got a few. It'll be a whole summer, I think, of 1 year anniversary because everyone joined at a different time and got used to it. You know, people got invites here and there. They were like, I got to get my Google Plus invite. Some of you people out there. I was one of them. I finally got one. But a lot of people came in June 28th, 29th, and then July started to roll in. I rolled in. I was not the 28th. I was July 2nd, so I was a couple of days after. But I still got in here pretty quick. How's life with you out there? We got a great musical show coming up for you tonight. Lots of cool people. A great guest tonight, international too. Last week's episode, by the way, with Millionaire Matchmaker Sex Toy Dave is up for you to check out. Pretty funny. It was the first ever hangout where someone wore a dildo, I believe, on their head. And I found out that there's a town called Dildo in Newfoundland, Canada, which is kind of funny. And speaking of dildos, Plustainment Show will return with more bang and more buck coming up this week. Look for that. Catch everything on youtube.com/Hangout Conversations. Have you looked at Google Plus Local? That's the brand new thing here on Plus. It brings you Zagat or Zagat. Is it Zagat or Zagat? Let me know how you say it. You can see everybody, your circles, and it's not just restaurants. I think it's movies and places. But I bet products and sites will come like Amazon as well, that kind of style. So you get to look at products and stuff, which will be pretty cool. And I think Schemer and YouTube and all those things will come along the side on your ribbon there eventually. You'll get one after the other, and they'll just keep popping up, and you'll just move them around, which is pretty interesting. It's a good way to see people in your area too, I think, to see, who's using Zagat and who's using other things of Google. Oh, that's interesting. And then you involve Plus in that. And people start to come in that way. Oh, I know. Oh, you're in New York, you live there, or you're in Britain, you live there. Oh, that's cool, I live down the street. Oh, you like the restaurant? I like the restaurant. Oh, you want to have a beer? Okay, cool. That's how things happen. It's as easy as that, and then they get the Hangouts. I'm not sure how much people will use it on Google Plus itself. I think it's more mobile, but we'll have to see about that. It's not yet on the app, at least on iPhone, I don't think. But I think there's something with Android Maps that have it. So let me know how that is. Let me know what you think of the Google Plus Local and what you'd like to see. Our guest is coming to us live from Great Britain where it's after 2 in the morning, so I appreciate that. I don't know if he's drinking coffee or what he's using to stay awake, but it's great to have him. He's just an all-night hangouter like myself, like a lot of us. Tonight's guest has been hanging out and jamming his guitar and hangouts since probably the beginning, almost. He's a Matty, but I like to think of him in the Hangout Matt category, along with myself, Matt Gibson, Matt Wilkinson, Matt Mikowski, lots of Matts, Matthews. He's got a passion for playing his music. He likes finding new artists on Google Plus and supporting them. He's into broadcasting. He's a very generous guy. He's big on charity, and I believe he's into ska. Hence his nickname, Matty Rude. Please welcome my musical guest all the way from the Queensland, all the way from England. Oh, Queensland's Australia, but England. Matty James, welcome to Hangout Conversations, Mr. Matty James. There he is.
Hey, here we go, man. I didn't bother checking my hair, bruv. He's if I have a quick haircut. Hang on.
What happened to your hair?
You cut me out. I ain't going to let you see the way I cut my hair. But I've got to just, do the camera. Hang on.
Uh-oh. No woman, no cry.
It's all right. I'm cutting it. It's all gone. I'm quite a good hairdresser as well.
I was not aware of your skills as a hairdresser.
What do you think of that? Do you reckon that's a good, not a bad haircut, mate?
Does it itch?
Mate. Look, for someone who's 44 years old, I've got a little tiny bit of grey hair. I'm all right.
Oh, that's
doing good, mate.
Every grey hair is
with the teenagers, bro.
Every grey hair is wisdom,
Still
man.
dancing with the teenagers.
Oh, you can probably dance circles around the teenagers, right? You put them in your circles and then you dance a
Mate, I'm a
circles around.
break dancer. I'm a street dancer. I used to dance on the streets in Covent Garden in
What was that
London.
like?
So yeah,
Did you start out as a street
mate.
dancer?
Well, yeah. Well, when I was 14, it was the first time I went to perform in the streets. Before guitar, I was a break dancer. I did all the hip hop dance, you know, like the New York street dance, body popping and all that sort of thing. So I was brought up on hip hop, you know, and reggae. Reggae is my love, but hip hop music. So
Do you
we
like all
always look
kinds
to
of music,
America
right?
for the music. I love it. I love Jamaican music. I love, you know, American music, R&B, rock and roll, all that.
Cool.
Even got a song about it. I've got a song about music, so I was singing.
Well, you're gonna play that
in-
song. You can play that song in maybe a couple minutes, but I appreciate you're the best dressed guest I think I've ever had. So Peter
Well, I've got a
McDermott.
suited and booted, just
Yeah.
for the Matthew Rappaport, plus, you know, the conversation show, you know.
Peter
I can
McDermott was
talk.
dressy, but you're pretty good, pretty close. So if you're watching this,
Yeah.
you can vote for best dressed Matty James. Cool.
Well, you notice I had a haircut quick. There's hair all over the place now.
Oh God. So what are you
So
gonna do? Are you gonna clean it up yourself?
Wow, I'll pay someone to come and clean it up, innit? You know.
Yeah, but you live in a dungeon,
Loads of
right?
people-
So
Yeah, well, most people think I'm in a dungeon, but yeah, I live in a quite posh house, really. It's just a show. I'm not. When it comes to trolls, I am the professional troll. But I don't annoy people. I pretend. I'm an actor, like you. We're an act. Do you know what I'm saying? I try.
no,
to
you're a
get
good
that
act. You're a great act. I
normal.
just was sharing the post again, just to give people a double dose of Hangout
Go
Conversations.
on, go and tell them.
No, it's done. I should come watch. So
Come and watch.
so you said break dancer. You're located in Great Britain, England. What? I mean, it says Bath, Bristol, London. Where are you located? About where'd you grow up?
I'm situated in a little town called Frome, spelled Frome, and it's right near the city of Bath and not far from Bristol. So Bristol is our local big city, and Bath is near. You know, it's like the royal city of Bath. It's very posh, and where I live in Frome, it's very, very old and quaint. And where I live in the old medieval part of town, and there's like old secret tunnels that run through it. And where my cellar is leads to all these secret tunnels. So it's ancient. It's older than the White House. It's 400 years old cellar. I've got drum kits. I've got analog stuff, and I've got synthesizers and all that sort of thing. But I'm just going to play guitar today.
All right, cool. Hey, why not give us a tune? Let's go right into a tune, and then we'll talk more.
Well, I'm going to just
If you're ready.
one song. It's called The Mission. And it's all over the internet. You can get a free download on SoundCloud on my friend's page called Roman Liel, or Psychotropic Frequencies. And it's also, there's been about 3 or 4 mixes of it, and it's on also Paint with Fire, Reverb Nation, and it's quite easy to find, and you can just get the music. And if people want it for free, they can have it. It's one song I'm giving away. I don't, you know, like
if I stop talking like you and stop talking like that, people are gonna get mad.
You know what I mean, Buff?
You know what I'm talking about?
You're having a bubble bath. Here we go. It's
You having a go?
The Mission.
Awesome, Matty James. Here we go.
Like to the Matrix, it's like a junkie needs another fix. Hits you like a ton of bricks, like an old dog said you need to learn new tricks. Well, easy as you go now, I'm going with the flow now. Don't need to tell you what you already know now. Said keep on going with what we want and get what we need. Forget about the money, forget about the greed. Oh yeah, I've been wondering what my mission is. I tell you what, people, we all need love and happiness. Oh, God bless. Oh yeah. 'Cause I've been wondering what my mission is. I tell you what, people, we all need love and happiness. Oh, God bless. Yeah. Said like her to the matrix, like a junkie needs another fix. Hit you like a ton of bricks, like an old dog. Said you need to learn new tricks. Well, easy as you go now, I'm going with the flow now. Don't need to tell you what you already know now. You gotta keep on going with what we want. Let's get what we need. Keep it short and sweet, bruv, innit? Yeah?
Oh, that was nice. Yeah.
I don't know,
Thank you, man.
was it sort of like...
No, it was really good. And
clipping?
no, it was good. Katie's watching, and she said she enjoyed you. She likes that you're all dressed up. You're all dressed up, man.
Oh.
No, that was really good.
Suited and booted, just for the show.
That was really good. So what inspired you to write that song? What was, I heard Fix, I heard, sounds a little bit, a little reggae, a little Bob Marley-ish.
Yeah, Bob Marley is my main inspiration, but I wrote that song a day after my mum died, and I just watched the film The Matrix, and those lyrics just came straight to my head, and I don't know, I just love to sing and make songs up, and I can write songs, but what it is, I'm not willing to share all my music on the internet, because people just take stuff and they use it for themselves. You know, record companies do it all the time, they rip people off. If you don't copyright your music, and all that song, all the stuff I'm doing now, it's all copywritten, and I love music, I love reggae. I've got, that song is actually in a house remix, and it's there's a trance and there's a dubstep version as well, and it's all sold on different places and it's given away. If you look carefully, you can get it for nothing.
Awesome.
That's it, basically.
So, you know, what were, so you grew up listening to music, all kinds of music. You mentioned R&B. You mentioned, you know, that you were breakdancing. Was a lot of that just on the streets in England, or your parents? I mean, how were you influenced? How did you get into music? What were your first influences? You mentioned Bob Marley.
Well, my mum got me into Bob Marley. My mum, I'm telling you, she was a legend on the music scene in England, all from the festivals. My mum had met people like Jimi Hendrix, Mama Cass. She knew Pete Townsend. She was best mates with Chaz and Dave, which are
Did
like,
you get to meet any of these people, or as a kid?
No, I never met them. But I've met lots of famous people over the years, because I've been going to pop festivals and festivals all my life. And June the 1st, my mum was at the Battle of the Beanfield, where a lot of the travellers got beaten up by the police. And I thought I'd have to mention that, because it's quite historical in British law history of festivals and that, you know. And my mum was a big part of that scene. But my mum was not a hippie, but she ran away with the hippies. I don't know why. I think she was part of all that C&D movement, campaign for nuclear disarmament. And she got me into music, basically. That's what she did, and I've loved it. But when I was a kid, I hated it. I didn't like being around all that sort of like hippies and, you know, drugs,
gypsies, drugs. Music. Yeah, so it was a little.
Well, yeah, sort of not gypsies, but like hippies and travellers. But I got into it. You know, you get into it, and I got to meet a lot of famous musicians. You know, over the years, loads of people. So it's great. It's a good life.
And so people like, you mentioned Pete Townsend and Jimi Hendrix, those are influences on you as well, or?
All of it.
All of it.
Basically, that's it, you know. It's like when my bedroom was messy as a kid, my mum said, look, go and tidy your bedroom up. It looks like the Who's just been round for tea. You know, you've heard of the Who.
Talking about my generation, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they used to go on the set and smash up the set. They were the first people. They inspired Jimi Hendrix to do the same thing, where he set his guitar alight. I mean, it's amazing, you know, amazing guitarist. And he made it big coming to England. He's from Seattle. He was unheard of. Came to England, played at the Roundhouse, and there was Eric Clapton playing. And once Jimi Hendrix started playing, Eric Clapton said, that's it, I'm going home to practice.
Yeah,
you know
that's
I mean?
classic.
They used to call him the God.
That's
He was called the God, and as soon as they heard Jimi Hendrix going, I'm going home to practice. That's
but Jimmy's definitely influenced by the British scene. I mean, the British, you're talking, you got The Who, you got, you know, of course, the Beatles, you got Queen, you got so many different British bands, and
that's it.
Just they really
all
broke it open.
by America.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think. Oh
sorry.
yeah, Elvis.
All influenced by Chuck. I mean, the Beatles were influenced by Chuck Berry and Elvis Presley. You know.
Yeah,
Do you know the Beatles copied? They was doing American style music like rock and roll, and
right. Rolling
you know
Stones.
they
Yeah,
led the way. The Rolling Stones. I mean, you know, they were brilliant.
yeah,
They
they
was
still
playing
are.
in like places in California where the Hells Angels were going mental and all that. It was like crazy stuff, you know. But they was doing it in the '60s. Mick Jagger's still going today. He's, you know, it's
I
brilliant.
know he's doing great. He's doing duets and other stuff. Hey, so you jumped on Google Plus, and so you mentioned to me in the pre-show that you discovered Google Plus because of Daria Musk. What? Talk a little bit about how you discovered it and how you jumped on your first couple of hangouts.
Well, I was really wanting to get my music out there and for people to interact with me and stuff. And I went on stageit.com and I went on Ustream and Livestream, but I couldn't. There was nobody turning up to my shows. I was sending out adverts on Facebook, and then YouTube recommended a video to me, and it was Daria Musk, and it was a video of her first ever hangout on the 16th of July, you know, and I watched it, and it really gave me some inspiration. And then I went on to Google Plus, checked it out, and I went into a hangout to see what it was like. And I came across Amanda Blaine, and I started talking to her. And I went into a few other hangouts, and there was a lot of rude people as well, where they was just muting and blocking me. And then I got to meet all the right people. Do you know what I'm saying? That's when it started getting good, when I found who were the right people to hang out with. That's the important thing, knowing who's good and who's not. You know, I
Yeah,
can tell you who they are.
yeah, later in the show, yeah. But you made it you made it clear like a lot of people doing stuff and just you respect people, good or bad, that are trying to do something, trying to get their stuff out there. And so what has it been like to play? Like you just played now. What did it feel like to play for me and everyone watching versus just playing alone at home or playing at a concert? How was it different, that experience?
Well, the fact that I know there's somebody watching, you're watching me, and
We
I
got a couple of
sometimes
viewers.
want to know if it sounds good or bad. If it sounds bad or it's clipping, it sounds awful.
Well, it
You
doesn't.
know, it does embarrass me.
Alexis Rodriguez says you got a sweet voice, man. So he gave you a thumbs up. Katie
That's
likes it. I like it. I mean, a lot of people are watching. Not everyone's gonna comment or plus one. People want to listen and just chill out, have their drink or whatever it is, just sit back and just relax like they're watching TV, right? So
yeah.
it's got that kind of
Like
feel.
I say, can I just mention like Katie? She came into her first ever hangout with my friend Bill Breward.
Right?
He's a visionary artist. He's got like 17,500 likes on his page called Visual Alchemy. He was in his second ever hangout, and Katie came in. She sang a song, but I didn't want to butt in. But we kept on speaking over each other because of the lag. That's the thing. If knowing when to stop and let the other person talk. But you know, it was quite amusing as well. But when she started singing, she had a beautiful voice, but her mic didn't sound quite right. I think she was singing too close
Right.
to the microphone. It was clipping. But me and Bill knew she was a beautiful singer. We didn't want to stop her.
I watched it. That was
No,
pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty good. And there are a lot of good people. How's Google Plus changed? Like you use Google Plus, you're hanging out every day, right? Has your life changed a bit? Have you been sitting on your butt longer? Like what is the overall experience? Not just playing music, but meeting people, seeing, because you also do art, you do photography, you do other stuff. What's it been
right.
like? What's your
To tell
experience
you the
like
truth,
overall?
mate, I'm a bit addicted to it. I'm addicted to Hangouts. I'm addicted totally, mate, because it's like I want to be in America, really. You know what I mean, and visit people in America. And it's like, rather than, the land of the free and the brave, I'm in the land of hope and glory. But it's like, I'm getting to meet people who are great photographers, like Billy Wilson and Jason Joseph and people like that. I'm getting to meet people like Linda D and Larry Fournier and
There are a lot of great people, yeah.
loads of great people. Damien Lee Benroy, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Damien.
birthday, man.
He does like hangoutcablab.com. I met all them lot, and that's when we started collaborating with each other and meeting all the different musicians, and all trying to promote each other and help each other.
Yeah, as a supportive
Great,
community, man. It's a great
We're
community
supporting
here.
each other. That's what it's about. We are like self-promotion. It's a bit sad, but when you're promoting people, they start promoting you too. I hope so, and bigging you up, and that's all I want to do. And that's why when I met people like Katie, and I haven't spoke to Heather, but I've been in contact with Rebecca Pearl, Ryan Van Sickle, Sweet 709. I've like turned up at their gigs, and it's like, it was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing to be a part of their first ever live on air concert with a massive screen in Austin, Texas. That was just blew my mind. You know, John Ray and people like that controlled the Hangout. And I was at first talking over the top of everyone, so they had to mute me because didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know what was happening.
That's all right. Hey, we did New York City. We had a great big concert that we organized, and Daria, Heather, and Ryan play. I've seen Daria, Heather, and Ryan live. I saw Rebecca Pearl live. I met her. Another Devin Rush. I saw her live. It's great. I mean, you see them, you meet them in Hangouts, meet them on Plus, and you meet them live, and you see each other. I mean, everyone has their own skills, their own talent, and it's pretty amazing. But you're over there in England. You know, everyone talks about New York and LA and California and all that stuff. So what's the scene like in England? How is it different? You know, you mentioned earlier that people don't really know about Google Plus in England and maybe in other parts of the world, and it's still pretty new. Everyone's big on Facebook still. So what's that scene like in England, social networking, and even the music scene? How is it different than the States?
Well, obviously there's more people on Google Plus in America, so I've been staying up all night, Matthew, just to meet people in America, but I'm trying to get everybody over here. I really am trying to get, I'm like, my friend called me the patron saint of Google Plus. He's like, you're just like plugging Google in you, Matty. It's like, and I've got people sort of taking the fun, but they're like really interested in what I've been doing. They see me on the Sweet 709 video going like, go Matty, with Gerard Green is like going on about me. So I've managed to get about 10 people so far over, and then they're going to do the same thing. It's like them 10 people will tell their 10 friends, and it's going to spread. It's going to go like wildfire. It really is. It's going to take off. And I don't want to see Facebook die, because Facebook's good as well. It's got good security on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people would argue with you.
Add anybody. But if you want to
it's getting better. It's getting better with subscribe. Yeah. You know, and yeah, I agree. I think that all the networks have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I think that people are too, you fall in love with Google Plus like it's your baby, like it's your movie or your song or whatever it is dear to your heart. You're like, I love this place. It's like my kid. It's like my friend. And for someone to trash it, or a competitor, people are really like, oh, I hate that place and I love this place. And I think it's silly. I think that they're all good for different things, and different reasons. So yeah, for sure. And Google Plus is just different. This Hangout beast is monstrous. I mean, the idea that people can connect, right? That we can even do this broadcast, or that we've met. You're on the other side of the ocean, and the walls are down for most people that come in here. Most people on the internet like, oh, I don't know who's on there. They're strangers. I don't get it. It's weird. They have this thing in their head like, oh, I don't really want to talk to people I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But in life, you meet people, and I guess it's more acceptable to some people like, oh, if they work with you, or they go to school with you, or there's some kind of connection beforehand, that it's better. But I think that's silly. I think that the magic of the world, or the awesomeness of the world, is that you could run into anybody, and there's pros and cons to it, but a lot of pros. And here you are sitting there in the dungeon playing music. What kind of guitar is that? I see you got an acoustic guitar.
Basically, I did have a Yamaha guitar, but I had people steal it off me. I had a really nice Yamaha guitar, but that got stolen. It's an Ashland by Grafter. It's made in China. So if there's anybody out there who want to sponsor me with a nice guitar, I've got this guitar, and I've got another one behind me, which is Tanglewood. I think they're all made in China, but everybody knows the best luthiers in the world, or the best guitar makers, they are American. There's like, I'd like to plug the Ziva Guitar Company. I've been talking to Paige Keaton. I don't know if you heard of her, but I like people who make handmade guitars, Matthew. I'd like to be able to make guitars. I love guitars. I love acoustic people. But I make drum and bass. I make dubstep. I make crazy electronic music. But at the end of the day, you can't go out in the street and play dubstep.
You can't? Would you really? Really? I mean, that whole thing with London and the whole thing with the fires and the mobs, was that crazy? Did you get in the middle of any of that?
Mate, it was crazy. I didn't go anywhere near it. But it weren't just in London, it was in every city in Britain.
Yeah.
And that was because one man got shot.
Wow.
One man got shot. There's riots everywhere, but I think this year, with the Olympics and the Olympic torch going through, it's going to be a better year. Last year was crazy, but this year, I think there's a bit of hope with the London Games going on. It's brilliant.
Cool.
You know, I'm really excited about that, the games coming on.
It seems like we have a guest. Katie's here. Hey, Katie, welcome to Hangout Conversations. Thanks for dropping in. Surprise! It's like everyone's watching like, ooh, a female guitar player or a singer.
We've got a pop star from
Look at
Canada.
that, pop star.
Look,
it's US in the middle.
Sevigny. I've been practicing her name since last time. I couldn't.
Have you been saying in the mirror?
French.
Nice. It's French for hi. How you doing? Hey, Katie, how are you? Thanks for coming to the show. I can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
You can't hear her.
Yeah, you have to click unmute at the top. Yeah, it's part of the new.
There we are.
One of the features.
There I am.
Of staging. Hey, thanks for doing this. How are you? Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah, no problem. Maddie, you sound great.
Oh, thank you.
I like the suit and tie.
Oh no, I was just dressing up. I knew that there'd be a special guest, and I was hoping it'd be someone like you. You know, when you sang for us the other day, we didn't interrupt you. We could hear your voice was wonderful, but did you hear from the YouTube video that it was clipping? Do you know what I'm saying there?
Yeah,
You're too worried about the clipping. Don't be worried about the clipping.
Get over it.
Her voice is so...
Yeah, but listen, everyone's got the clipping, and I think most people realize that, and that's part of why the Hangout broadcasting, the concerts, they didn't think they were going to do that, because they said, you know, I interviewed Chi and David from Hangouts, is that to make the codec better for music, it would make the talking worse. So the music could get better, but the talking would get worse. And basically, every single concert, there's a lot of talking because people aren't playing nonstop. They take breaks to talk. So it's tricky right now. So it's nothing to worry about. But Katie, you're from Canada, and now we're represented by 3 different countries in here, which is nice.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm in New York. I'm in New York City.
Oh, cool.
And so you're in Montreal, and you grew up there, and.
Yeah, I grew up here, born and raised.
Oh, we lost Matty. He was in the dark. Matty, don't go anywhere.
I think his
all right.
power went out.
Oh, I hope not. Yeah, he's still here. Cool. So thanks for being our surprise. Yeah, no, I still got lots of things to talk to Matty about, but I like to shake things up a little bit. So you've been on Google Plus for a while, Hangouts for a while, or it's new to you?
This is only my second time doing this, and it's still really weird. And no offense. Can you hear me?
And when you say weird, in what respect? Is that because you're Canadian, or because you're just Katie, or like? Because there are a lot of Canadians on here that just jump right into it. Is it the live part that's weird, or is it the whole thing?
Well, it's not that I'm Canadian. It's just that I'm talking to someone live on the computer. Before this, I didn't really Skype much, so this is this is still like, whoa, it's blowing my mind.
Yeah, it's not just Canada. I was just making a joke because there are people like, you know, about being like more conservative in Canada maybe, but maybe that's not true. I don't know, maybe Montreal.
Actually, as far as I know, like I have some friends, like a few musician friends that are on Google Plus, but none of them have really used it at all.
And I think that it's the Hangouts they don't really know about. And so I went up to a street performer in New York the other day. He was playing his guitar. I said, oh, you know, that's great, you're good, you know, you should really check out Google Plus and Hangouts. And he was like, oh, thanks. I mean, because it's to lug all your gear and to set up somewhere where people walk by and maybe they throw a buck at you or they don't care versus being able to broadcast yourself that's out there and anyone in the world can see it. Sure, it's a different experience, but, you know, it's been really cool, and I think that you just go for it, and if you're going to be a performer, I mean, I think you just eventually just get over that, you know, and you just do it. For sure.
Yeah. I think there's like a little bit of fear, you know, that you're not really sure how it's going to work at first. So
yeah,
for me,
normal.
like playing on the street, like you said, like that can be the worst. So you know, I mean, I've known a lot of people that would put on these big shows, and then 5 people would show up, and that's like the worst, you know.
Yeah, so, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you seem young. You don't tell me how old you are. It's up to you. But So what were your influences? How did you get into music and decide I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, that's my path?
Well, my parents were always playing music in the house. Big hippies, like Maddie's parents, I guess. Peace and love.
Peace and love and LSD.
Yeah. Oh,
Maddie grew some hair. Uh-oh.
There he is. And he's waving the flag.
He's being memeish.
It's the Queen. I'm doing it for the Queen of
the comedy part of the show.
Yeah,
she's watching, by the way. She's one of our many viewers. She's enjoying her tea. Oh, there goes Maddie again. Okay. I'm scared how many antics Maddie planned for the show. Oh, okay. Maddie, some guy came by that looked like you, but not as handsome, I guess.
Well, I'm not as handsome.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Your parents were hippies and.
Oh yeah, I thought we were just chatting because Maddie was gone.
Oh no, I still want the answer. Yeah. No, you're.
I started playing music because I don't know. I had these influences growing up. I really loved Joni Mitchell. My mother would play her records all the time, Aretha Franklin, and my dad was a musician and he'd play around the house all the time, and I knew that once I heard certain artists on the radio, I knew I wanted to do that.
And so did you start off with singing? You play guitar too, don't you? Or
I play guitar, and I started off playing piano when I was 18. I taught myself how to play.
So you've been playing for about a year or two?
I'm actually 30.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm 34, so it's all good.
You win.
Well, Matty wins. He's 44, so, which he said many times.
Well, I'm 43. I'm 44 this year.
I kind of hate it when people do that. I know as soon as you turn 34, people are like, oh, you're almost 35. It's like, no, I just turned 34. It's
yeah.
Don't rush it, man. Don't rush it. That's cool. So what?
I'll plug my laptop in.
Yeah, do what you need to do, dude. You're being all surprising with all your wigs, and okay, whatever. I've never had a show where the guest wanted to come in and out, but hey, it's Matty James. He's a Brit man. Yeah. So Katie, I do something called G4. I had one ready for Matty, but let's go with you. You're in Canada.
Yeah.
Do you prefer? It's a rapid fire, this or that kind of thing. No wrong answers. Tim Hortons or Starbucks, or something else.
What did you say?
So this is a G4. It's kind of questions designed for you. It's rapid fire. It's a this or that type of thing. There's no wrong answer. Just whatever you like better. Since you're in Canada, Tim Hortons or Starbucks, or others, something else.
That's hard to answer.
Ooh, all right.
I gotta go with Timmy's.
Timmy's. You're correct. Molson or Labatt Blue, or you're not a beer drinker?
I like beer.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan of
either.
I guess Molson. I don't know.
Is there a Canadian beer is there a Canadian beer you can recommend that we should know about? Something you like?
I'm not a huge beer drinker, but I like Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Okay.
And I like other stuff.
Other stuff, nice. Right? Do you writing or performing?
Depends on the day.
It's a selfish choice, right? It's like, I don't know.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. Do you enjoy, writing's a tough process because it's like, you literally can put any word in a song, but it has to mean something.
Yeah. Well, that's when it's so good, it's so good, you know. But then when it's not coming, it's just like the worst day of your life. So.
It's like Forrest, yeah. You're like, you read back the lyrics, right? You're like, what did I just put down on paper?
Yeah.
You know, does that happen?
So yeah. I'll write something out and then I'll just crumple it up and throw it out and think, what the hell's wrong with me? That's really cheesy or what?
Oh, Maddie, do you have that too, where you write down some lyrics and you're like, oh, what did I just write down on paper? Does that even make sense? Or?
I don't write things down on paper. I just do it.
Oh yeah, it just comes out.
I've been at festivals, sat by a campfire, and I will kid you not, I started singing songs, and then I've gone to see someone on the stage, and they're singing my lyrics.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to write stuff down, you have to copyright it, otherwise someone will have it and take it as their baby. They'll take your baby off you, basically. So it's important
cool.
to copyright stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's not cool, but I mean, do you record everything you do so you remember it, or?
No, it's there. It's all there.
It just stays up in your head forever.
Yeah,
forever.
forever. I'm a street musician.
Something tells me that your lyrics don't always stay the same. Like the line that you sang yesterday is not the line you sang today.
To tell the truth, they don't call me Matty Roof for nothing. I've got some sick lyrics and some sick songs. You know,
sick like S-I-C-K or S-I-C?
I'm a folk musician as well. I like drum and bass and dubstep and all stuff like that.
You're an all-around.
But I like something that means something spiritual, something nice. I'd
something
rather
snappy
choose
and
the
peppy.
positive side of things.
Can you pump up your volume just a little bit? Pump up your volume just a little bit. Oh, look, Katie's got, speaking of, is that water or wine? What is that? It's fine, you can drink a little bit of wine.
This is just water, but...
Is that okay now?
I don't want to wash any dishes, so I'm...
No, don't wash any dishes. Washing dishes is for another time. And it's back. And so Alanis Morissette or Adele? I know you probably Joni Mitchell more than those two, but if you between those two, do you like either of those?
Are you asking
musicians?
Me?
Yeah.
I like both.
Okay.
I have to pick one. I'd probably go with Alanis just because I grew up listening to her music.
No, I mean, Canadian artists get a bad rap. There are a lot of amazing ones, and then there are ones that a lot of people say are cheesy. And then Canada's brought it. I've had a lot of Canadians on the show. Ryan Van Sickle, who's also Canadian, he is a great guy, musician, and just the influence on Canada and U.S. and back and forth is pretty amazing to see all that happen. But yeah, I mean, they're both Adele, Alanis. There are a lot of great artists, a lot of great voices. And cool. Matty James, are you searching for signs of life in your dungeon, or what's going on? Oh, are you showing me a CD?
Near West.
Oh.
Okay.
Near West. That's
nice.
Katie's mutual friends, right?
Well,
is it? Is she on Google Plus?
She's a Canadian, but she's from New Jersey. She's a New Jersey girl, and she's moved to Kelowna.
She moved from Jersey to Canada. Interesting. Cool. Hey, we'll get to. Hey. I'm going to get to the spot where you get to plug people. You don't have to plug them before the show's over. All right, you're trying. You're reaching, Matty. Well, what about when I ask you who people should listen to? You'll be like, oh, sorry.
Listen to Canadian guitarists and singer-songwriters, original, rather than just like good role models. That's what music business needs. Good role models for the kids. Amy Winehouse was great.
You feel strongly about that?
She wasn't a great role model. She was messed up.
But do you think that it's... But is it the music... Well, who knows? But is it the celebrity's job to be a good role model? You talk about Amy Winehouse, there's Tiger Woods, there's...
Sex Pistols.
Well, the old school...
They
oh, look, we got a cat.
But they was funny.
Another guest.
That was funny,
What's your cat's name?
This is Mishka.
Mishka?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Mishka. Do you have anything to say, to add? Meow. No. Not right now. Cool. Matty James, let's do you. This is going to be a G4 for you. The Who or Led Zeppelin? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, mate. They're different. I love them both, and that's it. Well, I'd say the Who because my mum was friends with Pete Townsend.
Do you have a favorite Who album or song?
My generation, I suppose. I'm one of these people that I like a song. I'm not a person who can handle a whole album.
Oh, yeah.
But I can listen to Beyond Words by Leah West. I'm plugging her again, sorry.
I
can
get
listen
it.
to all of it. Her song Spring is on my charity CD for WaterAid, and she agreed to do that. Producer Marty Rifkin produced it, and she's just a lovely person, man. I think she got a bit tired of me spamming her.
You're making this show about her, dude. Let's talk about you, man.
No,
it's all good. Ska. What about ska or blues? Which one do you prefer?
I'm ska, and I love blues as well. But Scar, that's why I got the nickname Matty Rude. Not because I'm rude. I am rude, but I do. I'm just naturally rude.
You're just
I'm
naturally
not trying to be. I
out
talk
there.
over the top of each other. I'm a centre of attention, but I want to big up other people. That's my job at the moment.
Well, that's a good job. That's a good job. Film or photography?
Film.
Okay, that's the correct answer. And what's your favorite all-time band or all-time guitar player?
Bob Marley and the Wailers. Best guitarist is Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. Cool. What about you, Katie? What's your favorite? You have a favorite? Miss Joni Mitchell?
My favorite band?
Favorite band, favorite artist, favorite guitar player, all three?
My favorite band of... how do you pick a favorite band? My favorite rock...
I can't. Yeah. How about one that's up there for you? One that you play a lot in rotation.
Right now, well, I got to see Arcade Fire in Vegas
Cool.
this summer, and that was amazing. So
That's irony that you see that you're not seeing them in Canada.
I know. They're from here,
Yeah.
my own town, and I've never seen them live. But yeah, great band.
That's cool. Shout out to Norman McLeod or Cleod, I'm messing up his name, who's watching us. And we're going to do Conversations Plus after this. We're going to get, you can jump in, we'll get people to jump in after, which will be cool, we'll be playing more. Cool. So, Matty, is it cool? Katie, you have to do a song? Would that be cool, Matty?
That'd be great. I'd rather hear her singing than me singing.
But you're good, man.
No, but I'd rather hear... I'm more into female vocalists, especially if they're from Canada. No, I'm joking,
So
I'm
wait,
serious.
I know you are, but let's talk about that. So, Katie, as a female artist, there is that sense of like, there's sexiness whether you're a female or a male, but do you feel like, I'm trying to find the question. Like, do women artists have a better chance because of their sex appeal, or it's hard to say? How has you being a woman helped or negated, or what has that experience been like? Do you get concerts and stuff? Are people hitting on you? Is it kind of like that, or they're respecting your music, or what is that? What is it like being a female artist? You're single, right? Too, right?
No.
Oh, you're not. Okay, so but people don't know that when they watch you. So.
Oh well, that's a lot of questions.
I know.
You know what? I think if you're good looking or not, it doesn't really matter because that's only going to get you so far.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really good at what you do, then that will take you places, and people will pay attention to that. I've had guys hit on me before at shows, but I think that's normal female musician thing, but guys get hit on too, right? All the time, you put a guitar and guys laugh, and suddenly he's 10 points hotter or something. So
I know, right? That's what we all think. We think, oh, hold the guitar. But then I can imagine all those guys that get a guitar and then they're like, I don't know how to play this thing. It just looks cool, right?
Yeah. It doesn't work that way, though.
Just keep playing E minor over and over again and sing Eleanor Rigby, and you'll be fine. That's what I do. What? No.
You do, yeah.
No. I don't own a guitar. Cool. So are you up for doing a song, or I know you're drinking your water there. Or do you want to wait? Sure. Cool.
Well, it's okay with Matty because it's
yeah, Matty was already in. Matty's like, I'm waiting. Yeah, and he's like, I'm thumbs up. And also Mark Belly is a fan. He's watching. He's like, sweet. I think he's Canadian too. He has you in 3 circles in Montreal for the win. And he's like, when are you playing? He sent a heart. Speaking of guys, can you look at that?
How come I can't see these comments?
So that's a thing with Hangouts in general, is that there's different posts and people commenting in different areas. So hopefully we'll get them all in one space. But
okay, yeah.
But I will. He actually mentioned you, so you should get a notification about it. But let me give you the link where you can see it. Here's a link in the chat room. Yeah, so cool. So you can check out that link and then you can play. I see that, of course, Matty is smoking, which I get you smoke and what each their own. But so do you think? No, but it's true. There are a lot of musicians and singers that do smoke, and smoking is probably some singers think like smoking they need it for their voice, and some just do it. But is the idea of smoking and not being good for your vocal cords and all that? What's your take on that?
You know what? I was really happy. I know a lot of smokers hated when they banned it in the bars here, but I was really, really happy they did, because every time you'd play a show, it was like you would just like
Coughing.
Not coughing, but your voice would be hoarse by the end of the night, you know. And if I want my voice to be hoarse, I'm gonna drink whiskey or something like that. Like, I don't want to have some like guy in the front row like smoking in my face the whole night. So yeah.
Cool. What about Matty? But what about you as a smoker? Like, what's it like for you? Do you? I mean, obviously it's an addiction, you know, but or not. I don't know. But
well, I don't really care about entertaining people. Not when you've got a 5K sound system upstairs. I'd rather take a sound system out and play mad music. Do you know what I'm saying? I like singing. I'm the sort of person who sit around a campfire. But when I was younger, like when I was about 30, 27, I really wanted a music career. And I didn't succeed at it.
It's all right.
But then I got into like electronic music and sound systems. So I shouldn't smoke, and it's bad for people, you know what I'm saying? And I'd rather say to kids out there, if they ever watch this video, don't get into smoking, don't even start. It's bad, you know, and I'm addicted, and it's stressful, you know, when you don't have a cigarette when you're a smoker. And it is important not to smoke because it can destroy your voice. And it's, you know, if you want to be a singer, you want to drink loads of water and keep hydrated.
I think that's good for every human being, too, to drink loads of water. I try to drink water. It's like I drink water on every show, trying to.
Yeah. Can I just say something? I went into a hangout with Mark Baxter and Daria Musk. It was a vocal coach, and that was the first time I'd ever had a vocal lesson in my life. And it was so helpful. My voice has improved since then, I'm telling you. And it's like, you know, like when I was younger, I wanted a career in music. I've given up on it, to tell you the truth, but I'm still...
Yeah, but a career...
social media. I really want to teach people how not to do it.
Right.
And how the right way to do it. And put them in the right direction to meet the people that can show them who are successful. I can't sell people because I ain't successful.
No, but listen, dude. Listen. You're still... I know you think 44 and it's over, but... You know what's great about the world and life and the internet and everything is that there is no age limit. There is no, I'm done. I mean, someone like Rodney Dangerfield was in his 40s when he made it. I mean, you never know. And also, it's like, you know, a lot of people say, all right, I'm going to be one thing. I'm a musician. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a photographer. But, you know, you don't have to just be. You could be doing a lot of things. And if someone knows you as a filmmaker or as a photographer, and they're like, oh, you do that too? Wow. You know, it's like, you look at so many people out there that they're singers and they're actors and they're, you know, an artist and they're. I mean, Yoko Ono was into music.
I do it all, mate.
Yeah, so don't.
I don't just play a guitar, but I'm not going to start setting up synthesizers and drums and everything. But
well, in the future,
I really want to do a show for you one day with the band playing, and I want it to sound right. You know, and I know the music I play is in the same part as Sweet 709. I've got some good people in my band. Drummers,
what's the name of your band?
Trumpet players. I've got loads of bands. At the moment, I mean...
you got loads of bands.
With Roman. Yeah, I have. Basically, and they're like bands that don't play anywhere, but we jam and play music together. And I'm on like electronic music, like Psychotropic Frequencies with my mate Roman Luel. I'm in a band called Wild Roots, and then there's my band called Paint with Fire. And I'm doing okay with Paint with Fire.
Nice.
It's reggae.
Are you, Katie, are you in a band too, or have you been in a band in the past?
Yeah, I've been in a band in the past.
What was it called? Can we say?
No, it's too.
No, we can't. Was it? Oh, okay, it's too painful.
It's too painful. From my band from my youth.
Oh, is there a funny sounding name of a band? Like you can't believe someone named their band. Like maybe one band, like a up-and-coming band or a band you heard. Like how, like, you know, Wayne's World, they're like, oh, the Shitty Beatles, are they good? No, they suck. Oh, so it's not just a clever name. Like the band name is, like it's like a movie. It's like the title oh, what's, like, trying to figure that out. Like, you stress your brain over it, and you're like, can't even imagine.
I don't know. I can't really think about it right now.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're like a really good band and you have like a really strange name, it's like it becomes cool after, you know? Like you don't even think about it. Like the name, like for example, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like who would decide to name their band that? But no one thinks about it now.
Right. Goo Goo Dolls. It's like, right. People would make fun of it, but if you're good, it doesn't matter. Like you said, you know. And if people aren't making fun of you, you're like people. They say all the time, if they're not making fun of you, you're doing something wrong. People should be making fun of you, you know, and you can't worry about it. And eventually they're laughing with you. But Katie, you ready to rock? You ready to folk out?
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
As long as so is this
Try
the
not
song?
to be too close to the microphone this time.
Okay.
You're getting tips, live tips from Matty James.
Yeah. No, and make sure we can see the guitar. Tell her, Matthew. We want to see you playing the guitar, and it clip. It will sound brilliant from a distance. Cause you got
if you want to just back up a step, right there's good.
That's it. Get her so she's doing it right. It is difficult at first.
But she doesn't want to be too far. Okay, I think that's good.
That's it. She's got a powerful voice.
Give us a couple of chords so we can test to hear what it sounds like. Could be a drop louder. Yeah. Well, it is acoustic.
Let me just move forward a bit.
Yeah, move forward. You know, we don't see the guitar, we don't see it. It's more about the performance. So.
Yeah, do it how you want to do it, Kate. It's all right.
Don't listen to the Brit.
Don't listen, no. Yeah. No, I want to see her do well, bruv. She's great.
All right, here's Katie Sevigny.
You can hear this, right?
Yes.
You know what? I haven't played this in so long.
Oh, we won't judge. We already like you, so you do no wrong.
Oh, my home, my car, the cold December. I need that smile from your eyes. You burn so bright. Thousand nights prevent me to unwind. Oh, and I could stay a while with you, and it make me feel sweet, going something like love. Oh, love, say, let me up tonight. This war in my head, blues in my bed, and my dreams out on you instead. That is okay, 'cause it's better thinking like me. Oh, baby, take me home. Oh, you won't let me drop for a second. In your presence, I could be anything. Oh, stay. Let me up tonight. Oh, speak up and let them go. What you gonna do with all words? Speak up and let them go. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Stay. Oh no, let me up
Yeah, Katie. Sweet. See? Yeah, and you were like, oh,
Hey!
that was great, man. Woman,
Yeah,
whoa,
that's
man.
brilliant.
Awesome.
Well,
How did it feel? Sounded good? Looked good? Awesome.
I kind of messed it up, but no one knows, right? So.
I mean,
no, you didn't mess it up.
Well,
Put
no,
yourself
but
down. She's digging for compliments now. It's brilliant.
yeah, but that's what's great about digging for compliments, right? It's like I actually played that at like a third of how awesome it is, but
Yeah, I know.
But it was awesome. So thank you for doing that.
It did sound better than the. Sorry.
Oh, let's not. Oh, come on, let's not compare. Everyone's good. Oh, look at that. Katie's like water. She's got the coffee. She's buxing. She's like, I'm buxing. I'm not hoarding.
I said I liked Timmy's before, but I just got a present.
Oh, look at it. Look, I had one of these earlier, so we're all addicted. Addicted! Wait, hold up your pucks.
Wait, what?
I've got a Relentless. This is an energy drink called Relentless.
Wait, hold that up. Hold up your drink, Katie. Hold up the queen.
This is copyright material, though.
Oh, not really.
Oh, don't care.
Not really. It's not. We're not. It's actually, real quick. It's not.
Actually,
it is and it isn't.
Coffee when you go to Starbucks.
Advertisement for Starbucks.
Not really, because I'm not really saying that people should go drink it. So it's neutral. It's all good. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of that when Hangouts on Air first started. Of what, and the main thing, as long as you're not playing other people's stuff and all that. But because I was paranoid over like. I mean, the head of Hangouts had a Coke bottle he was drinking, like during the show. So, and they don't have. So yeah. So there's some leeway as far as that goes. But yeah, what was the name of that song?
That's called "Light Me Up."
Light Me Up. Okay. And we lit up at the end. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we got the lighters.
What are the chances of that? Look at that, Matty James, the later. Light up my life. Awesome. Just took a picture and it's freezing on me. So you've been using Google Plus as your second Hangouts on Air. Did you do some regular Hangouts too that weren't on air, or?
Not really. I joined one with Matt. Matty. Sorry.
That's fine. No, I know what you meant.
Just to see what it was like, and we had like a flooding of people coming in and like writing all these weird comments. So he's like, "Wait a second, I'll put it on the live one instead," and we did that. So I'm new at this, just trying it out, and it's fun.
No, it's great. I mean, it's fun. And so what's the scene like in Canada? Do people know of Google Plus? And, I mean, there's a lot that are on here, but as far as where you live in Montreal, and what do they think of the whole thing? I mean, I know there's, there's the Montreal, and there's Quebec, and there's the people that are, like, really, that speak French, the people that speak English, and there's the whole, like, we want to separate from Canada and be our own country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still strong and going on, or?
Well, there's no election right now for that, but yeah, some people are still really into that idea. Yeah.
And what about the music scene, though? Like, what do people think of? What is the music scene like? And
the music scene is amazing in Montreal, and so I'm like, I feel like I'm in one of the best cities in the world to have so much music around me. I love it. But as far as Google Plus goes, there aren't that many Montreal musicians that I know of using Google Plus. I tried to explain it this week to a couple people, and they thought it was a little like, what? I don't know. So I think it, for me, this works right now. So I'm going to try it out. I've met a lot of really nice people on here so far, and it's been really fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then how does it differ from Toronto, which is, I mean, it's a decent drive, but Toronto has a pretty big scene too, right?
Toronto's great. I love both cities. I think Montreal, we're getting better at this, but I find the musicians are more laid back. A lot of the musicians are more laid back, and they're not really, very businessy about, how to like get their careers going. And I've been to Toronto quite a bit, and I find people really on the ball there. But lately in the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of people like go to great places with their music from Montreal. So I think that's changing. But both cities are great for music.
Awesome. I'd love to have you both in New York one day and do the next. We had a concert at this Hurl. I would love to do like a Google Plus artist Hurl festival where we had like artists drawing and we had musicians playing and all over the world. I mean, I really would like that. Hopefully we get that done in the next year or so and just have a whole like Flassalooza kind of thing. What? Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but I was talking to Ryan before. Ryan Banks.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's a great musician. I really like his stuff, and we were thinking about doing a show together. Yeah. Oh, he signed it for you?
Yeah, we're buddies. Yeah. He played it.
So he asked me to do a show with him sometime. So we're trying to work out the kinks. And you know, if you hosted a show in New York and we both came down for that, that would be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to try to do something like that and just. I mean, I even said to Brian, I mean, because I even thought about trying to write some comedy bits with him or songs or to mix it up, like to have a, like not just be straight up music, but mix it up to like be a little bit more funny and entertaining. Not that music isn't great, but I feel like sometimes when you do, because they did a show and it was great, but I think that sometimes when you do a show with music song after song, I think that, I mean, it just goes back to that Catskill mentality or whatever, and even any concert you go to, when they're just playing songs, that's why they get the stories in, they try to be funny. A lot of musicians, not all, but a lot of musicians like Springsteen will tell stuff, and Dave Matthews, people get in a little bit, either story or comedy, and I think that when you're up there, you might talk a little bit, you might say, oh, what inspired you to write a song, or thanks for coming, or you guys are great, but I think that a multimedia of things, you know, and then if you could include, you know, it would be awesome just to have a stage of, like, you know, duets and trios and solo stuff and different things like that. But for sure, you and Ryan is a good start. Ryan played with Heather, which is really cool too, Heather Faye, and that was a good show. And of course, Daria then played with Ram. But yeah, there's tons of musicians, tons of people here on Google Plus and artists galore. I think what I want to do is I'll ask you guys my G Plus wrap-up type thing. We'll go wrap up, and then we're going to go into the next part, and then we're going to invite more people in, so we got loaded fans and musicians and just a whole party, and then people could stay and play and leave, or as long as they want, whatever they want, which is great, because that's what's great about the internet. You can hit the exit button, you can leave, you can tell the truth, hopefully. If some people like say they're going to bed and they go to their hangout because they're so addicted, or, you know. But cool. So, Matty, we'll start with you. So what's your favorite part of Google Plus? A lot of people say Hangouts.
Well, yeah, that is the best part, really. The meeting people and actually talking to them and actually seeing them. I mean, I like public Hangouts. I like the trolls as well. They make me laugh because you can play a game with them, block them, mute them, see you later. And I vet people, basically. I'm like checking to see who's worthy to be in a Hangout to listen to music. You can see the people that are coming in, being rude, trying to disrupt it.
Yeah.
And then you see the people that are really like trying to make it, they want to listen and they're bigging you up and that. And I do try and tell people, look, when there's music going on, please mute your mics.
Right.
And we do that and try and make it fair. Give people a chance, because not everyone knows how to run a Hangout, do they?
No.
They don't know the rules. They ain't got the etiquette yet.
They're still learning. You know,
it's not chat roulette, is it?
No, but I think it's the internet. People of different cultures, different areas, different languages, and I think a big part of it has to do with the fact that, you know, when you have something intimate with the three of us and people are watching, there's more sense of control. But when you have just everybody dropping in and dropping out, which is kind of, I had some of that at the beginning, it gets a bit distracting when people, you know, they come in, they drop out, they talk, they type during performances, and that happened, you know, in the early days, even when I had Daria in here. So I see Katie is talking probably to Haleva, who brought her Starbucks, or her boyfriend, or whatever you want to call him in Canada. Look at the look she gave me. What? Don't you dare call him that. You don't know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. What's your favorite part?
I've got a party to go to, I have.
Oh, yeah. So I'll get you out of here.
I'm going to an illegal party, a rave.
Oh, why don't you tell the world about that? I mean, what? Okay.
Well, yeah, I've got to make sure they don't go and blow my amp up. basically.
Oh.
I've lent them an amp. So
Okay.
no, basically we ain't got no nightclubs where we live, so we have sound systems and we go out in places. You know, we don't want to cause a disturbance. It's only a little sound system, but yeah.
We're just
we go
having
out and
fun,
do
a little
raves.
romp, right?
We
Just
go out and do a bit of a rave, you know. It's not any harm to anyone. We go out the way. If there's any rubbish, we pick it all up. And you know, I'll take my guitar there and sit by a campfire. And there will be people that will want to sit by the campfire listening to me, or they can go off to the sound system and listen to electronic music. It's, you know, I like a bit of both, me. So yeah, I've got
cool.
electronic music playing now. I've got my friend who's my producer playing at the party. He does all Ableton Live, so I'm not just an acoustic guitarist. I do dubstep and drum and bass.
I believe,
like
yeah, you're multi-talented. You do a lot of stuff. You do a lot of great stuff to support a lot of people.
I'm a programmer.
What, I'm just going through, so Katie's getting up? Okay. She will be back. Okay. She's like...
Go on, I'll just let you do your thing and talk, because
Yeah, no, you're doing fine. Well, I'll ask Katie this later. And she hasn't been on Google Plus as long as you and I have, so what, is there a feature you'd like to see integrated that's not here yet?
I'm not too sure, really, Matthew. I just think... We was in a hangout the other day, and I'll have to explain this. I did my first little just test run called the Matty James Show, and there was me, TC Dean, Damien, and my friend Roman, and we couldn't hear each other. We was talking over the top of each other, and it was like but that wasn't our problem. They need to concentrate on that. There was Damien going.
It's tough because everybody has a different setup, you know.
Yeah, and then there was a lag, and it was like it seems really unprofessional. But you know, I seem to think that when you're doing this and there's just 3 people, it's easier than 4 people. You know, when there's people trying to get their point across, it's not about that. It's like let everybody have a chance to say what they say, and have a host like you, professional. You know what you're doing. You've done it before. And it's let Katie speak, and then let Matty speak, and then you do your bit because it's your show.
Yeah. Yeah, and look, there's a little bit of that, and I'm all, and I don't try to interrupt people, but I've gotten better, and sometimes people interrupt people, but at the end of the day, you want to be professional, but you have to know in your mind, anything can happen at any time, technical, whether it's your fault or not, or or anything, you just deal with it, and people will either accept it or not, and it just is what it is, and it's been pretty good so far. What about you, Katie? Is it too early for you to say what your favorite part of Google Plus is? I guess it's Hangouts, but maybe not. Maybe something else.
Not just the Hangouts. I mean, there's a lot of great ways to connect with people, even through chatting and posting and.
Cool.
Why are you telling me? My boyfriend's shouting out SEO.
SEO. SEO is kind of dying. It's a dying thing, but...
It is, but it isn't. I mean, there's still...
Well, because social is so integrated and everything, and everybody has... Not everyone's they could shut it off, and now with the knowledge graph, they're picking stuff. When you type something in, they are collecting data, and I think that it's going to be their data that they collect on the subject and social. So I think that SEO is going to have to become a lot more pushed towards social, and people, if they really want keywords and stuff, they're going to have to own social on that stuff, to be popular.
Right. Well, Google got rid of their keyword, like their integration for keywords. Like if you do a search for something, say you have a website, you know what I'm talking about, right? About keywords. But I mean, they're still taking your your description. They're taking your description as like a good feed. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
No, it's fine. So is your boyfriend into SEO and he does that kind of thing? Is that it, or you do, or both?
He's a programmer, and I'm just learning because I have a blog too. So I've been learning a lot about SEO and. How
does your boyfriend feel about Google Plus? Does he laugh about it, or?
Well, honestly, he didn't really know much about how it worked until I showed him, and he thinks it's pretty cool, actually. Like something like this, a platform where you could have thousands of people watching you at a time, like that's brilliant. That can work on so many different levels.
But for so many things, it's something that developed along the way. Like I was broadcasting before they even had the feature. I just took the Hangout and I live streamed it, and it worked pretty well. So just going for it. But that's cool. So Matty James, I don't know if he's gone to his party. Oh, there he is. There he is, Matty James.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Right. Can I ask, what does SEO mean?
Search engine optimization.
Oh yeah, I know all about that. But
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know what SEO meant.
No, it's just everyone likes to abbreviate. OMG, WTF, SEO, same stuff.
Yeah,
All that jazz.
it's like we get a bit lost on stuff in England. We don't know a lot about stuff.
Oh, there's plenty of people that are with it though.
You're years ahead of on us technology. We're years behind.
I don't know, maybe. You guys have better money than we do.
Oh, our money's brilliant.
So, and yeah, you guys have better money. It's worth more. All that stuff.
I found £5 today.
You put on £5, right?
Yeah, I found it on the floor.
Oh, money.
That's how lucky I am. I'm very lucky.
And £5 is probably like almost $10, right? American.
Well, yeah. Some people work.
Which is probably what, like $9 Canadian, or at one point Canadian was better than American, but I don't know. It's weird like that. She's gonna like refer to the boyfriend on the balance. No, I don't know. Is there any feature, Katie, that you want to see here? Is there something like when you're playing your music, or something that'd be cool to make your experience better that you think is not here that should be here?
Yeah, I think I gotta figure out the whole sound issue, and getting a good camera and make sure I get a good mic, and just so that people can hear the words, and because it's a bit wonky with just a little webcam sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, like, I don't know. Is it possible for them to have better sound, or is that something that we can only do on our end?
Well, they're working on that, but the big part of that is that what they use for the talking, like I said, is not good enough for the music, but then when they change it for the music, it screws up the talking, and I wonder if they made music only type hangouts, but like they said, the chances of you going to a hangout and just start playing without talking is like almost 0 to none, right? You're gonna say, oh, this is the song by, or welcome, or hello. And I don't know if they could like turn one codec on. And that would be annoying, right? If you have to like change it so it's like the codecs, and then that would be loading issues. So I don't really know what the answer is, but I don't think they didn't envision people having concerts, maybe singing, but so I'm not sure with that. When you think of the Hangouts, like Matty, we'll go back to you. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it connecting with people, or like what do you? A lot of people think this technology is so revolutionary. They get it right away, and they're like, oh my God, look at this. The three of us are sitting here. We're all in different countries. If this didn't exist, we might never, ever, 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 ever have met in any way, even if we were standing next to each other on a street in a city. If I turned to you, Matty, or I turned to you, Katie, and I started, talking to you, maybe what are the chances that we were gonna like eventually just go from talking? It happens. When I run into people musicians that I have Google Plus, be like,
It's not live on
It's
air.
not live on air?
Oh, it is now. He's back. He's back.
It's back live.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
I had
Hello.
the case of the Frozen.
Oh,
No, we're live again. Yeah, we're back. We are back.
Back on
Yeah,
air.
we're back. My bad.
I
Yeah.
can't see you though. I can't see you.
What happened?
Oh, you're playing it. Oh. Pause it. Pause it. Stop.
That's the problem we had the other day. Like, you've come in back in the hangout and we can't see you now. All I can see is the white screen, the white bit. This is a shame. But I'm sure
Oh, my
it'll come up
bad.
on
Listen.
YouTube.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm gonna end this soon anyway. But yeah, that was me. I didn't mean to scream you guys, but my bad. Because I was frozen and I hit play and then I had the headphones on and I hear all these sounds. I'm thinking like, oh, do I have it playing? Wait. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
You wasn't frozen
Yeah.
to me, Matthew. There you
What?
are. You're back.
Oh, back
Back
from
in
outer
the room.
space.
Back in the room.
I'm back, man. So yeah, I was talking about. Thanks for those of you watching. Still a bunch of you. Just a technical thing that happens. Yeah, I just lost server connection, but it happens. But it's crazy how we use this technology and how we're able to meet and come together like this, and might never have ever have done that. So that's pretty cool. But so Matty, what do you think of with Hangouts? Like, what's the first idea that comes to your mind?
Basically, I just think sometimes when it all goes wrong, like, it's quite amusing. I'm one of these people that I like it when it all goes wrong. I find it amusing rather than worry about it and stress about it. Just see the funny side of it. Because Google Plus is in its early days. They're still developing it. But like what TC said, it's like they should like test and fix stuff and have it working perfectly before they put it out there. That's the only thing I can say. What my friend TC.
Yeah, they'll never be able to do that. They'll never. That'd be great, but they'll never. They just. That'd be great, but I just don't think they'll ever be able to do it like working totally correctly because it's so big on such a massive scale with so much data and so many factors and so many people that if they waited until it was perfect, it might never come out. And I think that's probably why there are still bugs and issues and things like that. But it'd be nice for sure to have it all working. But so you think Hangouts? You think what, coming together? You think obviously meeting new people?
Oh, I just think it's all good. It's great meeting funny people. Sometimes going into Hangouts where they're doing
What do you mean funny?
Photography or graphics, or you learn different stuff. And I'm here. It's like going to university. I'm learning.
You're in
people
Hangouts.
software developers. You know, I've been in Hangouts with people like what's his name, Chi Chu, people like that, and it's like.
This will be on the test, by the way, at the end of the Hangout.
What's
to
that?
earn your degree. So this will all be on the test at the end of your Hangout to earn your degree from Hangout University.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's all great. Learning, meeting all these really creative people. That's what I think. It's great. It's amazing. I'd never ever dreamt that I'd be here talking to people. Like when I was on live stream and Ustream, all you could do is chat a bit with typing, and then you play, and you didn't know whether you sounded good or not. You know, there wasn't anybody you could actually really, unless I got one of my friends upstairs and he'd test it. You know, it was like a bit more hardcore, harder to actually interact. But Google Plus is better than live stream, Ustream, Justin TV, all of them. You're seeing people in the same hangout. Hangouts, it's much better.
Cool.
Especially this live on air, it's brilliant.
It is. It's amazing. What about you, Katie? What is there when you're in here and because there's some trepidation about doing them, and so I mean I don't know if you used Skype or chat roulette or any of that stuff, and or your own ideas of what video chatting with strangers would be like. Talk a little bit about that and what you think of Hangouts now.
I think it's pretty rad, actually. Before this, though, like, I got to know... It's funny how much you can sort of, like, get someone's personality just by watching, like, their comments, their posts, just, their pictures, and you can sort of guess what they're going to be like. But I actually watched a couple of your episodes.
Oh yeah, cool. I appreciate it. Was that entertaining?
Yeah, well, I just had to make sure you weren't crazy, so I would,
Oh, well, I am a little bit, but good crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I try. I think I'm a good-hearted guy and funny and entertaining, and I don't know which shows you watch. Some shows are better than others, but
Honestly, I haven't been watching that many shows. I think
that's fine.
There's a few different things going on, and probably a lot more than I've figured out just yet. But
yeah. So how did you determine I wasn't crazy? Was there one thing that I said that you're like, oh yeah, that's enough for me?
Well, no. I mean, you just seem like a good guy, and you're doing this because you just generally love to meet new people, and you want to have fun, and you seem like
right. Well, I also want to make $1 billion.
That's true, right?
Right, because $1 billion is cool. Justin Timberlake taught us that. So in the movie Social Network. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, it's unpredictable who you're gonna meet, what's gonna happen, and just gathering people together. And someone like Ryan or Heather or Dart, they're actually friends. We're friendly. I talk to them. I've met them. We've hugged. We've laughed. We've shared time together. And that's not just musicians. That's true with a lot of people doing a lot of things, or just ordinary people, doing things. I did that really quick, very so I don't know. Matty James is fun. Will he come back with a wig? Will he not?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what he's come back with?
Yeah.
So this artist he was talking about? She's your friend, or are there other artists or people you love that are just getting onto Google Plus that you want to shout out or mention? Give some love to.
You're putting me on the spot, actually.
Oh, there's no wrong answer.
Well, Lee, actually, I never met her, but I don't think I have. She's all the musicians I've met in my life. No, we've just Facebook friends, and she's pretty good. Yeah, I think I remember her music. And I sound pretty horrible. Ryan's great.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, everyone knows Ryan.
I heard some of Darius' stuff. She sounds really good. I don't know. I haven't been really. Who else is there? Name some names.
Oh no, there's a lot of you. There's Rebecca Pearl, and there's John Levy, and there's a lot of different people.
I blogged about Lizzie.
Lizzie Spit. Yeah, she's great.
She's really good. Have you seen my website there? ladyindie.com?
I saw you did have a blog, and I went to your website, and I saw your EP is Roses, or The Roses?
Well, actually, that's kind of my, stage name. Roses? Roses. Okay. Is, what I was calling myself. I don't know. Stay tuned. I don't know if I'm still going to call myself that, but, yeah, it's Roses, and the EP was self-titled. So,
cool. When I think of roses, I mean, there's so many different things. Obviously, there's Guns N' Roses, there's Pretty Roses, then you think Roses, Red Violets, and Blue, that whole thing. I could see, like a funny, mean kind of song coming from that. Anyway. Cool. No, I haven't seen your blog. So you blog. Talk about your blog.
So I have a blog. It's, my side project is called ladyindie.com. And I just talk about female artists that I love, and I blog about them every day. And, not every day. I try to update every day when I can. And I blogged about Lizzie because I found her music on here, and she also reached out to me, and we chatted a bit. So yeah, I'm trying to promote some talent that I know of from my hometown and some other Canadian artists that, might need a push in other parts of the world, or I will blog about, really famous artists like Feist and whatnot, I just do it for fun.
No, and that's cool. I mean, it's your passion, and Lizzie Spit, actually, it's funny. This is how this place works. She's British, so there's another musician. And over in Halloween time, if you can imagine that we've been doing this for almost a year. Back in Halloween is when I met Lizzie Spit, and we were doing Halloween hangout, and Lizzie Spit was playing, and she was great, and she did coverage, did her own stuff. It was a lot of fun. We laughed together, and it's like one of those things. And then she went away a little bit and came back, but she's she's a lot of fun, and she's another great artist that's here. And there's so many of people. There's so many people. There's body painters. There's portrait. There artists. There's photographers, filmmakers, people that do business and IT and websites. It's on and on and on and on and tech. And
I've actually noticed that there's so many photographers. It's crazy.
It's a big thing.
And actually, I just want to give a shout out because when I first came onto Google+, the guy that kind of got my music out there at the beginning was named Olaf. You know him?
OLAV, yeah, I think I'm hung out with him.
Yeah.
I think.
Super talented. I think he's in the UK. No, he's in, hold on, I'll check.
Okay, cool.
But, Olaf Bath. If you
I've heard of him.
If you search him on Google, you'll find him there. He's great, and I mean, he's got like 1 million people have him in circles. Amazing. So
I was in a hangout with him the other day.
Oh yeah.
Katie. Yeah, he's really sound.
Right?
But in the UK, he's unheard of. He's big on Google, but in the UK, no one's heard of him. But he was telling everybody about that in the hangout.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Nice guy.
Great hangout.
And I see John Michelle's watching. He does Artists in the Plus. He's someone that I met and he came to New York City, the New York City Girl. He's a good guy. And James Bistrom thinks you're cute, which you are. So there you go. And you're like, bring it on. I'll take compliments. Why not? Although there's a whole like girls that are like, I'm not cute, beautiful, or that. Not that you're like that, but you're like, I'm no diva. Play one on Hangouts. No, I'm just joking.
Can I mention someone?
What if I say now?
Joseph.
Okay.
Oi, let me butt in and...
Oi, Jason Joseph has been on this show, yo!
No, Jason Joseph, he told me about Rebecca Pearl. And
Go on, then.
When other artists big other people up and they introduce you, like, you know, I was grateful to have met Katie, and she came into our hangout. I checked her music out way before she came into a hangout. I'm looking.
You were music stalking her.
People who are good. I am a stalker, mate, and I'm not a stalker, but I realise good talent, and I'm up for people, and I do know a lot about the music business. I really do. I'm not just kidding. Do you know what I mean? I study it. I'm not the best musician, but I know a lot.
No one's questioning you, dude. You're on I have you on my show. I think you're talented. You know a lot. Yeah, for sure. You're a good guy. You're helping, and you know I think that the British accent helps. It gives you a flavor that not everyone's used to. Like we don't have. Like I had a manager that.
Right there, how's it going, me son? Right, how's it going? Pieces of eight, treasure. That's how they all speak round here. They got that sort of accent.
Can you do a Michael Caine? Little Michael Caine.
I can't do Michael Caine. No, mate. I've got a Cockney accent, mate. You know what I mean, bruv?
Yeah.
What geezers again, mate? That's how they all speak. And then you got like a Scouse like,
hey, calm down, our kid.
And then
you got like the
I
Londoners
can't
too,
do
right?
accents very well. I'm not a Malazi actor, but I want to be an actor.
Oh, that's all right. Impressions aren't everything, or accents aren't everything. Don't be too hard on yourself. Are there do you see the cat pictures, the dog pictures, the animated GIFs? I don't know if you've seen that, Katie, yet. Maybe. How do you feel, Matty? Do you enjoy that, or does that bother you? Do you care? Do you like it?
Oh, it's boring, but some people love it. So each to their own, mate.
Yeah.
I've started sort of like uncircling it because it gets a bit boring, but some people love it. It's nice. It's cute. You know, what I don't like seeing is the really gory, perverted stuff. I don't like it. Then people are muted, blocked, reported. I don't mind reporting and blocking people. I don't care. I don't like seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't like being in hangouts with kids for a start. It makes me feel weird. I'll talk to the kids in my street. I know them. But, you know...
he's right, though.
There's too many weirdos on the internet.
No, but with kids, it's true. You can make it 18 plus. It's true. It's like a kid comes in, and so far most of the kids have been, you know, like between 12 and 15 or younger. So it's that sense of like they can have a conversation, but they don't really want to have a conversation, you know. Just want to see what it's about. What about you, Katie? Have you seen cat pictures, dog pictures, animated GIFs, the internet, Google Plus? Is it bother you? Do you like them? You can. I'm for everything. So.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I like cats. I like dogs. I'm not a big fan of the big. How should I put this? Porn animated GIFs with the big butts jiggling up and down and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, sexual. Yeah, but there's plenty of animated GIFs that are funny that are not porn.
Right.
Or interesting, or artistic. Cool. And so you guys, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other sites, do you use them? I mean, maybe Maddie's more for you to use them less or more, and for Katie, I guess, will you be using? Do you find yourself using Google Plus more than you did Facebook and stuff?
I use Facebook all the time. I mean, I think it's still very. I mean, it's the #1 social media tool for musicians right now. But now I'm finding that maybe Google Plus is better in some ways because you can connect with people more. And Facebook, everything is so private. Everyone wants to keep their private space. And on Google Plus, it's more of an open community feeling.
And when it comes to that, like, because I think Facebook will, as they go along, they're going to have their Facebook phone and whatever they're coming out with. It makes sense that eventually they have the one-on-one video chat. They're going to have something, I think, similar to this, I think. But do you think that people would be open to using it, or they'd be like, why would I want to hang out with, like, maybe friends, but not necessarily strangers, right?
I don't know. I think it depends on your personality. If that's your thing, you know. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that works.
So the Zuck man. What about you, Maddie? Do you still use Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that stuff, or?
Mate, I use it all, mate. Apart from at the moment, everybody's getting annoyed with me sending clout requests.
All right.
So I've had a few people say, "Oh, can you stop sending me requests?" I said, "Well, I'll do it automatically, basically. I can't help it." But can I say something about Google Plus? This week, in a week and a half, in about 9 days, I've had 700 people circle me. Right? On Facebook, that would take about a year or whatever, 2 years. Yeah, it takes ages. I've only got 2,010 people on one of my pages. I've got about 20 Facebook pages. I've got loads of everything. You know what I mean? I've got so many MySpace pages. And people get sick of me spamming them with one page, so I go to another one. Because I'm chucking so much information out there. I'm on Twitter. I'm everywhere. A bit like you. You're there. You're on Clout. You're on Twitter. I'm not. I mean, I haven't got as many Twitter fans or whatever followers, whatever you call them. They're not fans. They're just people. A lot of them just internet marketers, and they just follow you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't take much notice of anybody else's tweets. So that's.
Yeah, Twitter's a little bit hard to keep organized, especially with a lot of people, because they're little bits and stuff. They don't necessarily draw you in the same kind of way. And so this is the last thing before. This is the last thing. Is there something that happened to you or you saw on Google Plus that just blew your mind, blew you away, that like someone did, or something that happened that you were just like, wow, that's really cool, or wow, like I know Katie was talking about different shows and a lot of things going on, and Maddie, you do a lot with charity. We'll start with you, Maddie. Is there something like that you just can't get over, that you're like, wow, this is so cool that it's going on, that I saw it?
I just think it's awesome that there's people trying to put shows on. I mean, my friend in the UK called Carl Brereton, he's doing like the Hangout show and things, and it's really taking off. I mean, it's like it's getting there. They do a public hangout. They're like testing and vetting everybody. They're like writing down all the people that ain't worthy of being in their shows, and they'll basically invite the good people in. They're getting busy. But they're doing the live on air ones too, and
they're getting busy.
Hangout networks is a good one. Like people like Melvin Little and Damien Lee Benoit with the Hangout Club. Yeah. And I'm meeting cool people like TC Dean. He's an expert. I mean, he knows about sound and building guitars. He's a great one for Katie to meet.
Did you say he builds guitars?
Knowledge. He fixes and builds them.
Oh, okay. Did he actually can create a guitar from scratch?
I'm not sure if he's actually a luthier, but he's actually...
Is that what they're called? Cool.
Yeah, I think that's what guitar makers are called. But he was introduced me to you know, I'm into all the small independent guitar makers, like the Ziva Guitar Company in America, and all them, you know, all them people. And there's a thing called the American Guild of Luthiers, and that's one to check out, because I looked through it. It shows you all the independent guitar makers, and you know, like, people put effort into making the guitars. I mean, I've got
oh, for sure.
I'm not putting the Chinese down because they make cheap stuff, but it's, you know, it's got as much love put into it as someone who's handcrafted. This is a machine-made one rather than someone who's put a lot of love into it. You know, this guitar goes out of tune quite a lot, but it still does its job. It says what, you know.
Do you cringe when they just smash guitars just for effect? Is that
mate,
like a
I
cringe?
hate it. That winds me up. It winds me up. I've had beautiful guitars, and I've had one stolen off me, and I can't tell you how many guitars I've given away to people.
Do you think that people thought it was just cool to smash guitars, or like how did that even start? Do you know, like the rock, the 80s metal, or the Who? Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Townsend. They'd trashed the stage. I mean, they were like the original.
Do you think it's just to show people they were cool, or it was like, oh, we have so much money, we could smash guitars? Like what?
It was just different. It was just like different. No one in America had seen it, and it had to be someone British. They just did it. They played great music. I mean, you go. I won't sing it like, you know, generation. My generation.
No, don't. Yeah.
To stutter.
Yeah, that was great.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I did a cover of that on.
Really thought you had a stutter, but they've taken it fun. Yeah. There's a bit of comedy with the music. The Who.
Yeah, and some weirdness too. Like the Who's Tommy is, and I saw, you know. Yeah. Some strangeness, but it's fun. It's
very peculiar. I mean, Pink Floyd, all of them, all the British bands. British bands are totally off the wall crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Is it the LSD
if you ain't
thing?
Totally off the wall. Probably, yeah. But if you ain't crazy off the wall, no one's going to notice you. England's full of so many great musicians.
So what you're saying is, so do you think there are a lot of people that have this thing like, oh, we just do a lot of drugs and we'll come up with like the best music stuff ever because the Beatles and the Zeppelin and everybody did that? Or?
I mean, Cliff Richard's great, but he ain't everybody's cup of tea, is he? He's like, to some people, he's boring, but to your grandmother, they love him. He's been around since the 50s.
My grandmother loves Pink Floyd.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people would rather see someone like, I don't know, you know, people would rather see Sid Vicious in England. People like to see people fall. That's it. You know, you could get a long way to the top, but in England, I think people like to see a failure.
Oh, you guys have the Daily Mirror, right? You guys have a
watch you drop.
We have tabloids too. You guys really go. You got what's his face?
The tabloids are the worst.
What's that guy's name that's on like the British guy? Not Simon Cowell, but the other guy, Simon, that's on CNN now. That used to be. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I know Simon Cowell.
The other guy. All right.
Louis.
And so speaking of that, so reality shows, you guys. We Americans, we basically take all your shows and we bring them to America.
Oh, we reinvent them, yeah.
Yeah, we took all your reality shows, we take your dramas, your comedies, The Office, all these shows. So what's it like? What's that whole idea? Like these Susan Boyle and these reality stars and these reality contests, American Idol and British Idol. You like all that stuff, yeah?
Mate, I love it because Simon Cowell is honest, and he's like what he's saying when you go on them shows. They're out to make money.
Right.
Yeah? They don't care. If you're bad, he'll tell you. If he thinks, right, they ain't going to make $1 million, they don't want you on the show. They're out to market people. I do prefer the music that people, independent artists, who do it on their own, that's difficult, you know? So you've got to try and find people who are going to help promote you, and so you've got to build up your fans and people who are going to share your posts, and that's what Google Plus is good for, bruv. It really is. Is that a good answer?
That's a great answer. What about? And I loved it. It was a good answer. And you know, the influence between countries and like it's just amazing how we all influence each other. And I don't know. What about you, Katie? Is there something that you've seen that you're just like, oh wow, I didn't. This is really cool. Like maybe the broadcasting or some kind of movement. Is there like Ryan? I guess meeting Ryan and listening to his music, that was something you might not do. Maybe, do you do that? Do you discover new music on Facebook like you do here, or the same thing, or?
Well, Facebook is completely saturated with music stuff and constant updates and show invites, and
does it ever get annoying? Is this like nonstop?
It is a little bit annoying actually, and it's I mean, but you know what? Everyone's trying to do their thing and promote their band. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, if you're in the music community and you like a lot of bands and you've liked a lot of Facebook pages, then you're going to get a lot of updates every day about. I've had to like block my show invites because it's just crazy. Like 50 a day, 100 a day. It's like, come on, like. Yeah,
I agree. I think that there's a way. There's a way to do it. I think like.
Then like you're not standing out and you're not getting your info to the right people. You're just like kind of putting it out there. And you know what? A lot of people I know, they don't even check their invites anymore. They don't look at them. So I think we got to go back to emailing and like directly to people, or calling them on the phone.
Calling them? What? No, but that's what's great about Google Plus, in the sense that you can put all that stuff out. But I would say, if you're going to put out something like an invite, right, and somebody is in a part of the country or somewhere else where there's no way they'll ever come to your show, or at least not in the near future, because they're like, I'm not flying in for your show. At that point, I would think you either make it so it's the people in your area, or what's even better is that you include stuff in that invite, so it's not just the invite. You're going to give them a free sample, a free song. You're going to give them maybe a T-shirt or something, or a giveaway, or you're going to put something funny, something entertaining, a video. You're gonna make it a multimedia type thing where it's like, oh, this is another invite, but I don't care so much for the invite. Look at this other cool stuff that's part of it. Yeah. It shows me personality. It shows me who these people are, and it's not just like, please come to our show. And I think that is a big part of even Google Plus, like people, those that are just promote, versus people showing their personality. And I think that there are a lot of people that are small and big that sometimes overdo promoting. But the other thing too is like everyone's online at different times. Everyone sees the stream at different times. So someone might only see your stuff when you're promoting, or they might see it when you're not promoting. So it's hard to figure out the right way to do it.
There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees, right? And
no.
Because there's so many artists out there now, it's incredible. Like, you have to find new ways of promoting yourself. Like, you were talking a bit about this before, I think, like, it's sort of like new media. Like, you can't just be an artist, because there's so many musicians out there. And it's not to say that you shouldn't be singing anymore or not do what you love, but you need to attach yourself to something else with your music. And I think, like, a lot of artists have to change the way they think about how they're going to go about promoting themselves, selling their records, making money. They're going to be making money a lot differently than they used to. It's not going to be about record sales. One day, probably won't even be about record sales at all. It
might not even be about the music either. Again, I think that the music is good, but you're selling yourself, you're selling your personality, you're selling the whole picture of who you are. So that's why you being here, Matty being here, it's not just like you guys need to play the song and hopefully you guys might be able to play another one. But either way, it's like, oh, I get to know them as a person first. It's like, that's what's great about Hangouts. You know everybody, who they are, you talk to them, and then they're like, oh, what do you do? Okay, what are you into? Oh, you're an artist, you're this, you're that. And then it's like you said, you meet people on the stream, you meet people in Hangouts, and then when they do both things, as soon as you meet someone in Hangout, you look at the stream, and then you're like, oh, like you said, it makes it all three-dimensional, makes it all come together. You're like, okay, now I care more about this person and what they say because I've already had interaction with them, versus in the stream, I find people and we care about each other, and then they finally hang out, like, oh, finally, you're the person that's been commenting or that's been doing this all this time, and now I can see what you look like and who you are and what you're doing. And then, of course, there's the on-air, which is great. If you're scared to hang out or you're not sure, you can watch on-air and look at all these different hangouts and different people, and you can even search. You can even put Rappaport in on-air, and you're like, oh, you can watch hours and hours of me and be like, I love this guy, or I hate this guy, or whatever. I want to have a beer with him, or I want to throw a beer at him. It's all good. But I can't thank you both enough. If you have time, I want to do another one, and I'm going to invite other people in and have a big shebang. It could be shorter. It could be, 15, 20, 30 minutes or whatever it is. It is Friday. I appreciate your time. I know, Matty, you have the party to get to, but feel free. Matty, thank you. Can't thank you enough. Paint with Fire. Give us all your music, your SoundCloud, and all that
do you
stuff.
want me to do another song? Is that what you're asking?
If you want to, yeah. I thought you were like a one song.
Like I say, I usually do electronic drum and bass and all that sort of thing, but we're still trying to figure out how to stream it so it sounds brilliant. But I need to talk to, like I say, Mike Downs. I know he knows a lot about telecommunications. I have spoke to people about it, and we're getting on it. My friend Roman, he's at the party up the road playing his music live on my sound system.
My sound.
I want to make yeah. Well, he's borrowed my amp. I hope it ain't getting broken or blown up, basically. But anyway, I'm basically playing my guitar through an amp and obviously singing. I haven't got it set up properly. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to get there eventually until it sounds right. So I'm just going to play a song called Double Standards because it is copywritten and it's published already, and it was written
your song?
a long time ago. Yeah, it's like my brother's song, my song. It's our song.
Okay. Just the fact that you said the word copyright in front of it, I'm like, don't say that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's copyrighted. We copyrighted it. It's proper.
Right. It's a Matty James original.
PRS.
Exactly.
Performers Rights Society. Here we go.
Sweet.
With our double standards and newfound lies.
I'll just stop. Is that clipping or anything?
Keep
I'd
going.
hate for it to sound awful. Does it sound okay?
No, you're awesome. I mean, yeah, if you want to do a comedy act, that's cool too.
Singing, why, oh why, what's going on? Don't take away the love that makes us strong. Said why, oh why, what's going on? I said don't take away the love that makes us strong. With our double standards and newfound lies, through this web of confusion, weave of spice. In darkened houses, in the middle of the night, lonely housewife, she starts to cry. Yeah, she's thinking of her baby. She asks her why. Why does it have to be a cool, cold world when it can be warm, filled with light? Light, sweet life, filled with light. Oh yeah. She works in a factory, 9 to 5. Always enemies for her to stay alive. She's singing, why, oh why, what's going on? Don't take away the love that makes us strong. It makes us strong. Why, oh why, what's going on? Oh yeah, yeah. Black, yellow, brown, white man, he's your brother. Stop your fussing and fighting, live together. Think of your lives, what it means to be alive. Black, yellow, brown, white woman, she's your sister. Put your arms around her and charm her. Love, life, peace and unity to the Google Plus community.
There you go. I don't know.
Nice. I like that ending. Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Matty
There you
James.
go.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you. I can't thank you so much, Matty James.
I'll call you Matthew. Thanks.
Matthew, Matty, Matt. It's all good. Yeah, Matthew's good. And Katie
I might sort
Sevigny.
of just dive off now and let you bring in some other people in and.
Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end it so you two can end, and then it could be one, and then those of you still watching live or watching on YouTube, hey, what's going on? And then there'll be another one. You could be like, all right, now I'm gonna click over here and watch this one. So that way it's different things going on. So, but yeah, cool. I'd love to have you join me in that one if you have like a few minutes. What?
I said I hope that we can, us three can hang out again and do this again because it seems to have worked between us three. We haven't spoken over the top of each other. You've been a very good host. He's a very good host, isn't he, Katie?
Yeah.
She's like,
better than me.
Sure.
You're good.
Better than me.
You're good,
I can't do it. I'm too rude.
No, Matty Rude. Hey, you know what? It's just also, I've been doing, in fairness, I've been doing this since September, so almost every single week. So I had some time to knock it down. But there's so many, there's so many factors, so many things. I'm trying to keep it entertaining, trying to keep it moving along. And, people will watch or they won't watch, and I'm happy to, if you're watching in the year 2012, or people will be watching this in the year 2030. If it's 2030 plus, I don't know if we'll have likes then, but if there are, the plus ones, but...
I'm going to make everybody in England, sorry for butting in, but I'm going to make everybody see this. I'm going to spam it individually. Everybody's going to get sent a copy.
They're going to blame me for that, Matty James, because your name is Matty and my name is Matt. They're going to be like, what is this Rappaport guy all over the place?
To do it, one thing I am developing is how to just spam everybody just by pressing the button once. I'm a bit of a trickster on the computer, and I ain't a cheat. I have been a cheat in the past. I know how to put 1,000 views on the YouTube, and I know how to cheat. But it's being honest and sincere in music, that's what the music needs. People like Katie Sevigny, Lizzie Spitt, Gretchen Chappell, Leah West. People that are genuine, people like Ryan Van Sickle and Sweet 709, all these people, and Daria Musk, they're sincere. That's what I love.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Steve Miller Band wrote the song The Joker for you. I think that was the joke.
I'll start singing it.
Don't sing that song, but that is...
Being a busker, I can do it. I ain't going to do it because it's live on air. But I'm a busker, so I know a lot of songs. I don't mind playing in the street. I'm brave to do that. And we're brave to be on Google Plus doing this, Katie. We are. We're putting ourselves out there in the world, not just in your local area.
But I think that's what people have to do. People need to, there's a sense of bravery, but a sense of as an artist, you just say up it and you do it. And I know a little bit about music, but again, it's like people talk about how do I break into the film industry? How do I break into the music industry? Who do I get help from? But at the end of the day, you have the internet as a tool, and you could put everything on the internet and promote. And again, something like this, what better way to show people your music live and show them who you are and what you can do than this? I mean, if we just looked at each other, we might not not even who is that guy? Why is he looking at me? But and we might not get a chance to all sit down and have a beer or a coffee. But we're all here, and we're all like, yeah, cool, all right. We can't nothing what can happen.
We're coming to New York, mate. We'll meet up. I've always wanted to go to New York, and do you know what? One of my things on my bucket list, I want to actually busk in New York because I know that there's a lot of people, and I don't care if people walk past. I actually like that. It's when they actually stop to look at me, I'll get a bit nervous. Do you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe it, but it is true.
You seem like you're a tall guy, right?
What's that? I busked in First Street Promenade in Santa Monica in Los Angeles. And that I felt nervous because it is the quality of the buskers. And in Venice Beach, California, it's like you're mixing with top quality.
All right, just because I'm American, when you say busk, do you mean mix in with people or?
Busking means street performing.
Oh, is it street performing? Okay, that's my other guess.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, street playing.
Yeah.
But I also want to go and do some street dance in New York.
Yeah, Times Square, there's a lot of great places.
I'd like to do that. I'm a dancer, really. I'm a really good dancer.
I would love to actually Next
I'm a
Hangout on
dancer.
Air, you're going to spread out, and we're going to see you dance. I want to see a full-on...
The thing is, I don't think I've got a good enough camera or connection.
I'd watch that.
Listen, point the camera at the ground and let us see you dance.
No,
Okay,
I
that's
can't
cool.
do it. There ain't no space.
Well, you're wearing a suit, too, so... Yeah, if you wear a suit, you got to, like, take the tie off and the jacket and swing it and stuff.
Basically, I'd like to actually do some YouTube videos of me dancing. Like, that's what I mean. I went to Ibiza and I was Silverman, painted head to toe in silver paint. I had a silver guitar, and I was like a celebrity in San Antonio in the West End in Ibiza. And it's like I'd earn a fortune. I'd go out and do an hour's work, earn €200 in an hour, and I was getting invited to all the top clubs. And it's expensive in Ibiza, you know. Go in there, you get a little bottle of water for like 15, 20 euros. I was drinking crystal champagne. You know, I was there the whole of summer. I went there and I basically got robbed the first week. I had nothing, but I survived because I could play the guitar. I'm a street person, you know. I'm a survivor on that level, Matthew. You know, I can live on the streets.
Cool. So listen, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you, Matty James. Thank you, Katie Sevigny. I'm saying that.
Thank you.
Chloe Sevigny. I saw what you guys like. Or the actress.
Me.
I don't know.
Katie Sevigny. I can't say it, but it's good enough.
Shaking us off. But yeah, so again, Paint with Fire. And Katie, you want to plug your website?
Yeah, you can find me at thisisroses.com.
Cool.
Or you can find me on here under Katie Sevigny.
And Matty James, Paint with Fire. What else you got?
Paint with Fire. I've got too many pages, mate.
Well, that's a fact.
I'm in a band called.
Where would you like us? Okay.
Paint with Fire and Reverb Nation's a good one because I'm doing quite well on there. I've basically only earned about $6 in 2 years.
Okay.
I give free downloads. It's not about money. I'm giving it away. There's a lot of people who ain't got money and they're too scared to use PayPal and give bank details over. So it's like give the music away, get yourself out there, and then you'll earn a living from it eventually. Because once people realise you're giving it away, they want to know what you got next and they'll want to buy it.
Yeah.
I would like to.
And you guys are all on iTunes and you're on iTunes and Google Play. Your music? Yeah. Katie is.
I'm not on Google, but I'm on iTunes, and you can also buy my EP on CD Baby.
All right. Yeah, definitely get on Google Play too. That would be we can.
Yeah.
We can't get it in UK, Matthew.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Not yet, but I'm sure the UK is going to sort it out. I'm going to go and hassle Google UK, the London office, say, come on, get it sorted. I think it's got something to do with the bank accounts, but they've got to sort it out.
Just make sure that you don't get arrested is all I'm going to say, you know? Just don't do anything, you know?
There's one way of getting it, using a ninja proxy where you're changing your ISP address. But I don't know whether that's illegal, but it's on Google. I found it on Google.
Matty James, you should be writing a screenplay about your whole life, about everything. You're the main character. Of course you are.
I am, mate.
I can't wait to read it.
I'm actually want to be a film director one day.
I can't wait to hear about the time that you and Ozzy were backstage.
Mate, he's brilliant, isn't he? Are you on about Ozzy Osbourne?
The only other Ozzy I know play baseball. So yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah. I think they're all funny. I'm friends with them on MySpace, but
they're
not friends.
Cool.
Actually, my ex-girlfriend dumped me because she see that I had loads of girls on MySpace. I don't know these people. I got them from automatic friend adders. You know what I mean?
And I'm supposed to believe you.
I don't. Yeah, she didn't believe me. It's like, no, look, I love you, and that's it. No, but she didn't realise. I said, look, I'm a musician. I'm trying to, and I'd go somewhere with her. And honestly, I know a lot of people in Bristol, and she's like, why do all these people know you? It's like, because I know them. They know me. They've seen me playing music.
Are you telling me your girlfriend broke up with you simply because you had female MySpace friends?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she didn't realise that I was just like adding anyone.
You should have been like, they're all my cousins.
They're not even real people, half of them on MySpace, are they? They're all made up people.
Some of them are, yeah. You don't even know.
Of course it is. It's not real. You've got to interact with people, and that's what Google's good about.
Google's
you can meet these people. You can't do that not even on Facebook.
Yeah, not to the same degree, I agree.
Names.
But
I've got 15 to 20 Facebook pages.
You are, Matty James, it's safe to say you are all over the place. You are a man on a mission. And I can't thank you enough. I can't, a mission from someone. And no, it's a pleasure having both of you here. We'll be back next Thursday. I have Rodney Pike. He is an epic caricature artist. You should check him out. He does celebrities. He does people on Google+. And hopefully another musician, Matt Gibson, will be here as well. He plays guitar. He's great. Eric Rice, Ken Meadows. Check the hangoutconversations.com for more. And anyone that I haven't had, let me know that you'd love to see me go head-to-toe with or head-to-head with. Thanks for watching live and on YouTube and Google+, and all over the webs. You're all beautiful people and sensitive with so much to say. So much to say. Conversations Plus coming up now, or if you're not watching June 1st, then probably not coming up, but you can go check out that video. And if you're out there, let me say Rappaport, Rappa, I want to come in and talk to the people. Check out the new local and see if you can find people that are reviewing area restaurants in your area. I don't know if they have musicians or concerts on Saget. Have they got on there yet? Or just clubs maybe? Do you guys know? I don't even know if they have that yet. But if they do, that's cool.
I don't know.
Find different clubs that have live musicians, and that's it. Right. Isn't that right? Liza Sperling, who pointed out that I say right. Merci beaucoup again from Montreal. Great Britain, New York. Good night, everybody. Play us out. Play us some guitar. Give us a little.
Oh, I could turn the amp on. It sounds different. It's not working. But it don't
No,
matter.
it's good. That was good.
Like technical difficulties.
You don't have to do a whole song. Just give us a little bang, 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 and I'll hit end, and we'll be loaded into the next one. Peace, love, happiness, hippie nation. I'm with the hippie kids. Hangout Conversations. Thanks for watching. Watchtower! Girl!